Good day. Lecture 4. Homosexuality, Myth or Reality. Could we trustfully declare that there are homosexual, but there is no real homosexuality? Let's find out. At birth, we all are already men or women, so it's same for homosexual who are born already homosexual. To understand such a complex and subtle reality, we must go back to the very beginning of life. 3 development phases prepare the coming of a new life. First, the pre-embryonic state lasts 14 days. There, cells are replicated through the mitosis process. The second phase starts with the 3rd week and ends with the 8th week. It's the embryonic state, where cells are individualized, specialized, transformed. Then cells are identified as lung cell, heart cell, hepatic cells, sexual cells, and so forth. Also, is during that most active period that the physical sex and the sexual character of the future fetus are elaborated. Finally, the 3rd phase, from the 9th to the 38th week, will complete the fetus transformation until the new birth. Now, let's see the first 2 phases, the pre-embryonic and the embryonic phases. First, the pre-embryonic phase, the first 14 days. At conception, 300 to 400 million of spermatozoa run feverishly at 3 mm per minute to meet the wandering ovum. A spermatozoon is made of an acrosome, which is a head and a nucleus attached to a mobility apparatus called the flagellum. Although a unique spermatozoon, flagellum-free, gets inside the ovum, the cooperation of all others is very important. In fact, each acrosome secretes a special enzyme which affect the ovum outside envelope and get easy the solitary spermatozoon getting through. Some 20 hours after fecundation, the 23 father's spermatozoa and the 23 mother's spermatozoa get married, not merge, and form the first living cell, the zygote. The multiplication of cells. The original cell, the zygote, splits into cells. Afterward, each new cell splits again, forming 2 new cells. Therefore, from the zygote come 2 cells, then 4, then 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, up to millions of cells. The mitosis process. Within the zygote appeared 2 little sticks joined at perpendicular angles and forming a capital letter T. These 2 joined sticks are called a centriole. That centriole splits and forms 2 asters. Each aster elaborates bristles. Some bristles stretch out across the cell, forming beams that reach the other aster and link them together. Meantime, the asters get positioned separately at extreme location of the cell. Also, in the center of the cell waits a closed nucleus full of filaments. These filaments thicken, enlighten, and become heterosexual chromatid. Each chromatid gets married with another of opposite sex. These chromatid couples will form spermatozoa. then the married chromatid get joined by the middle with a centromere. At natural decision, the nucleus-covered membranes breaks down and vanishes, liberating the spermatozoa within the cell, which start to move toward the center of the cell. There, they are trapped on both sides by the ester beams, which drive them definitely toward the equator. When all chromosomes are trapped and located at equator position, the trapper esters attract them. Then suddenly, all chromosomes are abruptly separated into parts at the centromeres level, and the unique cell split into two identical cells, each one carrying a nucleus and a centriole. Immediately after, the mitosis process starts again. Secondly, the embryonic phase. The determination of physical sex and sexual character through the meiosis process. Each parent possesses 23 pairs of male-female chromosome or 46 chromosome, composed of 22 pair of somatic or autosome chromosome plus 1 pair of sexual chromosome, again for a total of 46 chromosomes for each parent. To avoid the embryo to inherit of 92 chromosomes, 46 from each parent, the meiosis process reduces the genetic stock of each parent by breaking and splitting each pair of chromosomes, leaving each spermatozoon with only 23 chromosomes. Out of the two parents, only the male sexual chromosome is different. Then the 23rd male sexual chromosome contains either an X chromosome or a Y chromosome. The choice of the future sex gender and the sexual character depends on it. Consequences of this differentiation. If the fertilizing spermatozoon possesses the X sexual chromosome, it will be a girl. If the fertilizing spermatozoon possesses the Y sexual chromosome, it will be a boy. From that very moment, the embryo physical and biological sex remain definitive and permanent. Nothing could then modify it, and for good reason. The no return causes. At the embryonic phase, the embryo has the two sexes. It is hermaphrodite. It possesses two gonads, two molar canals, two wolf's cattle, and some genital roll of flesh. If the male sexual spermatozoon is an X, the gonads become ovaries, the molar canals the fallopian tube, and the roll of flesh the clitoris and the other female genital organs. Then the wolf catals, the male identification, will be disintegrated by natural way. If the male sexual spermatozoon is a Y, the gonads become testicle, the wolf cattle the seminal tube, and the roll of flesh the penis and the other male genital organs. Then the molar canals, the female identification, will be disintegrated by natural way. From there on, only one, an unique one set of sexual organs remain available, and nature couldn't come back, and the physical sex is forever. Nevertheless, the sexual character takes much time to evolve. The genetic mixing. Also, it's during this meiosis process that the sources of genetic modification appeared, called the genetic mixing. We have said that the chromosomes are composed of two chromatids, one male chromatid and one female chromatid. Each chromatid carries male genes or female genes, During that meiosis process, some male genes leave the male chromatid to join a female chromatid, while some female genes quit the female chromatid to join a male chromatid. That's why one says that within each man there's something of a woman, and in each woman there's something of a man. These qualitative and quantitative gene exchanges could be equal or unequal, inadequate or supplementary, retarded or anticipated, and that influence and identify the dominant new human sexual character. The man's sexual nature. The heterosexual male possesses a masculine body and a masculine sexual character. The heterosexual female possesses a feminine body and a feminine sexual character. Differently, the homosexual male possesses a masculine body and a feminine sexual character, while the homosexual female possesses a feminine body and a masculine sexual character. According to nature, the differences appeal each other, and the contraries push out each other. Thus, a masculine body is not attracted by another masculine body. Likewise, a feminine body is not attracted by another feminine body, since the similarities repulse each other. Nevertheless, and in spite of differences, it's noticeable that homosexual man is neither attracted by a feminine body, nor that homosexual woman is attracted by a masculine body. Reality. Heterosexual. With heterosexual, it's men, masculine sexual character, that attract and is attracted by a woman, feminine body. All the same, it's woman's feminine sexual character that attract and is attracted by a man, masculine body. With homosexual, it's men, feminine sexual character that attract and is attracted by the masculine body of his partner. Likewise, it's woman's masculine sexual character that attract and is attracted by the feminine body of her partner, since contraries call for. Therefore, within each situation, there is a masculine element that attracts and is attracted by a feminine element, and there is a feminine element that attracts and is attracted by a masculine element. Consequently, there is no homosexual attractiveness, but rather a definitely and doubtless heterosexual attractiveness. Then it is reasonable to conclude that there is no homosexuality, but de facto only heterosexuality. Thank you. All lectures, including that one, are available by paper or by email at ifknowican, a commercial, yahoo.fr. Thank you. Amen.